It's me, some sort of furry OC. I forgot the name I gave to myself, like Fluffy Paw, Thunderfoot. I don't even know. I don't know what voice I'm putting on here. We'll do, yup, I'm gonna be Goofy, maybe. Nah, I'll talk with my normal voice. I don't want to, I feel like I'm trolling people enough here, so. Hello, it's me and my furry OC for a video I'm probably not gonna do again. I have now 40 furry OCs. I got Furry Bloof, I got this ugly dog Bloof, and Rainbow Cyano. I have too many of these shitty furry OCs. I finally reached peak furry. I'm going to answer some questions about the furry fandom, because clearly I'm not educated on the beautiful world of nerds. I don't know anything about nerds, I don't know anything about anime, and I certainly don't know much about furries. But let me give my opinions to prove that I might be a little bit more knowledgeable than you think. So my first message I got was from Morbid, at Morbid Sanity AD. And their first question is, favorite safe for work furry hypnosis artists or art pieces? Man, this is going to be a hard question to answer because I don't even have favorite hypnosis artists to begin with. Because they all do porn and I'm not actively looking at porn. I already need to bleach my eyes just clicking on any hypnosis account that follows me, let alone find any artists out there to do it. But furries, on top of that, I barely know furries as it is, but I don't know if there's any hypnosis furry artists out there that I've seen. I'm gonna really go out on a limb and pull at some straws and say that I think Fleece Rot. I've seen their art and they've done spirally eyes. I've seen some hypnosis art for them, so I'm just gonna pretend they all do hypnosis art. But yeah, I don't have any other artists I could list. I'm sorry, I wish I could give a better answer, but I don't know any furry artists out there who do hypnosis, let alone are safe for work. So yeah, that's the closest I can think of. And now I'll move on to another comment, another one from Morbid. Obligatory thoughts on fursuits. Now, I actually know a little bit about fursuits, is that I've been following a lot of fursuits arts. That's a big thing about the furry fandom, is very intertwined with the art community, and I'd say people who make fursuits are pretty talented. And after seeing so many shitty costumes for sports and other things, I'm pretty amazed by the fursuits. They can make some really good fursuits out there, so I think they're cool, I think they're nice. I just wish people who work McDonald's 9-to-5 jobs don't blow their money on fursuits. I know you like fursuits, but save your money. Yeah, that's a good thing for you millennials. Save your goddamn money. Don't spend it on fursuits. Wait until you get a good job that you could afford a fursuit. If you could afford how expensive rent is, and you could afford to pay all this other stuff insurance, then you can afford a fursuit. And then the final question I'll answer by Alex Northwood at Alex Northwood 2. Do you think the idea of personas is more of a defensive mechanism? Creating a persona one can control from every aspect, so they have some aspect of control over their identity, which they may not otherwise feel they have. I think for the more extreme people, I understand online personas you just create for shits and giggles. I'm sure everyone has done that. They gone into their video game and just put together some character that represents themselves. You gave it wings, you gave it all the stuff, you gave them horns, you want it to be cool, but that's it. But I think there is a very big section of people who are just fed up with their lives to the point where they just regress into cartoons and anime just to fill the hole inside of them, so they could just feel cooler than they do. There's a level where it's oh, this is my character I use for D&D and I draw on DeviantArt, and then there's a level below that where you're my life's falling apart, I don't have any money, I don't have anything, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm every bit of things that I detest about myself, so let's make this buff green giraffe who is confident about myself and exercises. I don't even know. Whatever people really hate about themselves, they usually project into their personas. personas online that, yeah, I do feel like like, if you ever look at, like, an artist versus their character is usually perfect in every way. They're always, like, skinny, perfect. Or if they're, like, if they do contain aspects of yourself that you may enjoy, sometimes it appears in it. But even if you're, like, very confident in how you look like, you're not, like, ashamed, like, of how you look. It still bleeds into the character that the character is always going to be cooler than you. So, I don't think it's a defense mechanism for everyone. I think some people just do it because they want to, like, do it for fun. But I think there's some people who are just, like, they hit rock bottom, and this is the only thing they can do to make themselves feel better, which I feel like in some ways that's healthy, in some ways I feel like, you know, you gotta just realize what your life is like and, like, find a healthy balance between fantasy and reality. But yeah, that's some of my opinions on the furry community. And I think a few people are gonna get annoyed because I said the furry community is pretty pervy, but I think that's true. I've talked to a lot of furries and they're like, yeah, the community is a little bit pervy than I would want it to be. So yeah, if that's the fourth question, I'm gonna say acknowledge that your community is a little pervy and, like, don't try to hide it. So yeah, that's it. See ya.